Good evening, Beach Bums fans. I can't help myself. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. You see the Beach Bums, that is sunburn and suntan there. You can see on the bobblehead on the left-hand side, that is suntan the bobblehead and sunburn the bobblehead. Those were the mascots of the Traverse City Beach Bums. We were 2006 through about 2000 what was the end of it? Probably 18. About 12 years. We had about a 12-year run. It was pretty fun. I was the on-field MC for the first 2 years of the franchise. I was talking about it today. My mother-in-law, DJ Jazzy J. That was my name in those days. That was a while ago. But Suntan is still here. He's still having fun. And Sunburn. Those were our two. We always wanted to do a third mascot, which was Sunscreen, the polar bear. But we were never able to, I think, get the budget to do that. And a fun fact, I still have the mascot uniforms for Suntan and Sunburn. I still own those. They are at Books and Brews. Hashtag Books and Brews. Books, the letter N Brews. At Books, letter N Brews on Instagram. Oddly enough, on Twitter, we are Books Brews because 8 years ago someone had Books and Brews, and that was a weird thing. Tonight, we're doing 2022, 2021. These two boxes. There are 3 autographs or memorabilia, and each one, which means usually we're going to get 2 autos and memorabilia on each one. And this year, it says a hollow blue parallel. Last year, discover the inserts, including the ultra rare, mysterious, and more. That sounds like a sentence that doesn't have an ending. Including the ultra rare, mysterious. Doesn't make sense to me, but people always say, like, oh, you're an English major. That means I was the best at English. That doesn't mean I was good at it. It just means that was the thing I was best at. So here's what we're going to do, because 2022 has got a little more Wander Chase and it's got a little more freshness to it. We're going to save that. We're going to start off with 2021. So, yeah, that's it. We'll cut it open. Cut away from yourself, kids. For those of you scoring at home, I'm live on Facebook group, Wuerfs Warehouse Box Breaks and Buys. If you've just joined us, you found us on eBay and bought into the group, and you're watching on YouTube. I'm also live on YouTube. If you give me a second, I'm gonna switch over on my computer so I can see if people are yelling at me on YouTube, which it's not a new thing for people to yell at me. There we go. Okay. Pull you some pirates. All right, Josh, here we go. I got pirates. Let's do it. In 2021, I think, is Cabrian Hayes, right? So, Cabrian Hayes, I'm going to get you some pirates here. I'm going to get you Cabrian. Let's do it. I'm a nerd about this. I don't know why. Like, one of the things that makes me happy, I think, being like the old school, like, I like the foldy kind of like retail display of that, even though I'm going to take them all out now. But we got 2 autos and a memorabilia. Usually, it's super easy to tell. I almost wish it wasn't so easy to tell which one has the memorabilia in it, but it's now that memorabilias are so fat, I can usually almost always feel them. So here we go, 2021. Let's do it. I'm going to get you some of them pirates. I love Donruss. Number 1, I loved Donruss when I was a kid. Number 2, nowadays, lots of cool, fun stuff inside Donruss, my opinion. Mike, Georgie, Paul Konerko. Oh, I love Paul. There's a shiny thing happening. Let's do Chris Paddock, Christian Javier. Ooh, a numbered card. Bigfoot. That's Lucas Giolito, I believe. There. I love the super short arm style. Circle change. He's so underrated. I think he's a top 20 pitcher. Me personally. Here we go. out of 90. 90 out of 999. Dominic Smith Dominators. Roger Clemens. I don't think... Have you heard anything out of Dominic Smith this year? I haven't been watching the Mets too closely to see, like, Scherzer's on my fantasy team, and he's hurt. Dominic Smith is one of those guys who felt like he was, like, just there in terms of being a guy that is, like, real close to being awesome and, like, never quite made it, but still put up solid numbers, like a solid major league guy. Witt, Manny, Pedro, Mikey Trout hit a homer tonight. I watched it happen. Bam Bam. So that's Brandon Lowy, or you know, I think Lowe is I'm gonna call him Lowe. I don't like Lowy. I don't like it. There's some. Okay, here we go. Green, Diamond Kings, Pete Alonso. That's not numbered, but Aaron Judge is. I saw a really fun video today about Aaron Judge. David Ortiz is the old school refractor. That there was a strength and conditioning guy that watched Aaron Judge while he was coming in for tryouts, and Aaron Judge was picked like 28th or 30th overall. And I looked it up just because I'm a nerd for this, and I apologize. I will go faster as we go, but there was 6 people drafted in front of Judge that never even got on a major league roster. I mean, like, at all. And if you take the guys who were just like have like negative WAR, they're like, and even though I hate that phrase, I hate WAR, I hate, you know, wins above replacement. There's like several more guys. So out of the 20 some guys that were drafted ahead of Judge, very few, and I think in fact 0 have more career to this date, that's WAR than Judge has, and that's not as exciting as the fact that like very few even have any. It's crazy. Shout out Baseball Reference. Their site is so awesome and easy to use. They should take over the government. Zach Wheeler, Jim Tomei, Jordan Alvarez crushing the ball. Eric Kirilloff. He's going to be real good, too. He's going to be quiet, but Chef's G, he's not going to be quiet. Still good. Here we got Statue of Liberty, Anthony Rizzo, and your man Marquez, Colorado, and Anthony Rendon. It's a blue. I don't think it's going to be it's not nothing crazy, but Anthony Rendon hit a left-handed home run the other night. That was. I don't know if that's. It's going to be hard to top Anthony Rendon hitting a left-handed home run for my 2022 memories, because that was really fun. Verdugo, well, there it is, Cologne. Just seeing him and his name, I love him so much. Lance Lynn, Paul Molitor, Bryce Harper, Diamond Kings. Here's our first auto. Blue, let's say Cubs. Is it Cubs? As a minor. M. McKinstry, Dodgers gets the first auto, and I don't know who that is. We'll take a look at a second, but let's look at Zach McKinstry. Zach strikes me as one of those guys that would be a little more talked about if the fact that he wasn't on a team that spent an insane amount of money on like meals. Let alone everything else they have going on. Oh, the Dodgers with the hundreds of millions of dollars in TV. Renato Nunez was the last one. I don't know who that is. I'm going to Google it. We have a lot of Bowman coming up this week. I'm doing Bowman for the next, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 breaks in a row for baseball. That's pretty much all I do is baseball. So that's that. But I've been studying the Bowman guys a little more of the Bowman first to make sure I know. But obviously there's a lot of guys, and some slipped by me, so I don't know 100% of the dudes. Hendricks. Come on, Hendricks. Who's behind you? Bassett upside down. And I don't think That's weird. Sometimes it's upside down. I don't think there's a lot of like SP and SSP. In case I missed something, just let me know. Gary Carter, Mookie Betts, Andres Jimenez, rated rookie. Tatis, we got a red something. That is a Dwight Gooden for the Mets, and Luis Patino. That's a non-numbered, but it's a blue refractor. Dwight Gooden is out of 2021, which is typical for Donruss to do a whatever the year is that they release it. All right, now we got a pretty good rhythm. You get the packs, you get what I'm working with here, and I'm going to try to not talk quite as much, but just rip it. Votto, LeMahieu, Papelbon. I love Papelbon. Goldschmidt, Devers, Pearson. Kyle Lewis is about to come back. That's the Stars, but it's not numbered. And J.P. Crawford was drafted in that same draft as Aaron Judge, ahead of Aaron Judge. And I'm trying to remember, there was someone that J.P. Crawford was drafted ahead of. And don't tell me, because I'm going to tell you. There's someone who's like super good, that's better than him, drafted ahead of him, and I'm trying to remember. Ahmed, 2013, I think it was. Baby Ruth, Lamet, Bauer. Oh, okay, Jets is home from Miami. There's one from Miami. And Jake Cronenworth. Shout out, go blue. 13-26 out of 2021. Liam Hendricks in an Oakland uni. Okay, I guess I had forgotten that Liam Hendricks came from Oakland. And that was only 2021, so I guess it was recent. I guess I was out of it. I'm following baseball much more closely now because I'm way more into, obviously, breaking and stuff. Back in the day. There's some dinging. That must have been my personal messages. Bell. Gaussman. Troy Gloss. Oh, I love Troy Gloss. Yelich. Upside down, Clayton. I'll turn it around because we got a couple in a row. Clayton. It's a Miggy. Shout out Miggy. 3,000 hits. Carlos Correa out of 2021. And Matt Chapman. Oakland Matt Chapman, who's also super underrated. I know he's in Toronto now, and also it's probably good for him. He's overshadowed by all the big stars there in Toronto, Vladdy and Bichette, etc., etc. I think he's probably going to be a 30 home run guy for the rest of his career. Devers, which could be 2 or 3 years for all I know. Clemens, Cueto. Shout out Matt Chapman. I know you're probably part of the break tonight. Dylan Carlson, also awesome. Christian Yelich. Kyle Lewis, breathing that into existence because he's coming back. Ozzie Smith. Also, the thing about Dylan Carlson I like is, I believe, if I'm not being dumb, he is a switch hitter. Yeah. So, only because it makes me think of Adley Rutschman, who just was called up and got a triple in his first Major League hit. I don't know if his first at bat, but his first Major League hit was triple. So, shout out Adley, the Oregon State Beavers. Dustin May, who's been kind of under the radar. Brian Anderson, because he's kind of hurt. Andy Pettit, Max Scherzer, Jose Ramirez, Clark Schmidt. Oh, and Unleashed. Cody Bellinger. Rawr. Apologize for myself. Casey Mize for Detroit. Still on the DL. Ugh. Detroit, our starting pitching was going to be our strength, or hopefully so, but Matt Manning's on the DL. Casey Mize is on the DL. I think Tarek Skubal just got hurt. I don't know if he's going to the DL or not, but he had some sort of like leg injury. This pack is opening weird. So we've only had one hit so far, which is the McKinstry. Of course, every pack has a lot of cool parallels and numbered cards, which is great about Donruss. Arnado, Nola, George Brett, Guerrero Jr. They always get this like follow-through photo, not flattering. Sam Huff. I don't know. Is he playing much? The Texas was supposed to be a bigger deal. Bo Bichette. We have a Jason Giambi. And what is the uni? That looks like White Sox, but it's got to be. We got Nelson Cruz from Minnesota. That almost looks like says Team Oakland. That doesn't look... Is that... Okay, maybe. So Oakland Uni? I don't know. Well, I will make sure to double check that, but if that is on the back it says Team Oakland, that is a card that's going to the Oakland winner. So shout out Oakland on that one, I suppose. So still hunting for the, you can almost see it, can't you? Like, look at that right there. That's got to be the memorabilia. So one auto, one memorabilia, still hunting. Snell, whoop, there's a card stuck. Cruz, Ryan Sandberg, Herman Marquez, the Tominator, dude. I love it. I love it. And the original stars, that's Brad Keller, Kansas City pitcher, and Roman Lariano. The Tominator. That is, I haven't noticed that. So I've opened a couple of boxes of the 2020 Donruss, and it seems like 2021 has a few more of that kind of sort of like tongue-in-cheek, ridiculous, what you'd say is nickname type of stuff. All right, here we go. Pablo Lopez having a great year. Bueller, Hershiser killed my A's when I was a bandwagon fan in the early or late 80s. Judge, Taveras, Molina, Justin Turner. That's out of, what is that out of? 400. Oh, wow. I like how they do odd numbers for things. Jose Ken, you see, Canseco, and he's definitely in the A's uniform. It's been I love the Bash Brothers so much, and I would love your opinion if you went online. Like, even though this pack doesn't want to open very well either. Lonely Island, which is Andy Samberg and his friends that were on SNL. If you haven't seen it, if you go on Netflix and you look for Bash Brothers, probably there's this really weird Andy Samberg, almost like opera thing that they made fun of I can't even describe it, but you should look for it if you're a baseball guy. Grisham, Belt, Greg Maddux, again with a hip turn, not flattering on the waistline. Suarez, Garcia. There's another Unleashed coming up. That's cool. Tristan McKenzie, Cleveland, Unleashed. Jordan Alvarez, and numbered 999. Very cool. I usually, I can't lie, I think a lot of the inserts are corny. If you guess, Daddy. But the Unleashed is one of the ones, like, I feel like I like Unleashed, and maybe it's just because I'm a jerk and, you know, like, people like it less, but the, I like it more maybe even than, like, the Downtowns or Kabooms. Everyone's on the Kabooms, like, I don't know. Unleashed seems pretty cool. I don't know. Sonny Gray, Jose Ramirez, how's he so good? Vladimir Guerrero, Max Fried, Mike Trout. And that was upside down. Again, I don't think there's like SPs in this, but Jack Flaherty and upside down. Mike Yastrzemski out of 2021. Diamond Kings and Yamir Candelario. Go Tigers. Another switch hitter for the Tigers. There's a lot of switch hitters. One of my favorite trivia questions of all time. Before Chipper Jones won the MVP in, like, let's say, I can't remember, 93, 94. The last switch hitter to win the MVP, who was it? If y'all are listening, if you're out there tonight. Gleyber Torres. Don't Google it. Don't do that. Perez, Jason Giambi, throwback card. Shohei Ohtani. Tyler Stevenson. He's going to be good. Josh Donaldson. Don't call me Jackie. Dylan Carlson, signature series. Nice. Talking about switch hitters. Gentle with it into the soft sleeve. And I use the 55s pretty much all the time because they go in super nice and easy. The 35 seem to be too tight all the time. So there's our 2 autos. We don't have the memorabilia yet. Pretty sure it's that one. Ronald Acuna Jr. in box number 1. So I'm going to save this guy for last because, like I said, I can almost tell that that's going to be the memorabilia. So we got our 2 autos. Again, assuming we might get crazy lucky, but we're going to have some other cool stuff, of course, and a lot of color. Blackman, Chris Bryant, Frankie Thomas, Tim Anderson, just watched him hit a homer. Clemens, Nelson Cruz out of 2021, Josh Hader, who is unhittable. And Chris Bryant, that's a blue refractor on the end. The White Sox are one of the best teams in my recollection that have not won anything. I can't understand why they can't win a series. Pujols, Bogarts, Ichiro. That was a commercial when I was growing up. You remember that? Altuve, Casey Mize, rated rookie. Chris Bryant, Stars and Stripes, Nate Peterson. Got the hip turn, not quite as chub as the rest of them. Sandy Alcantara. It's the number 1. I'm going to write it in my contract when I finally make the major leagues at the age of 49. All of my cards you cannot have at the hip turn moment, so you can see my gut sticking out. IKF, because I can't pronounce any of those things. Luis Robert, Lance Berkman, another switch hitter who's gotten himself in trouble. Pete Alonso, Juan Soto, really weirdly. Luis Soto, Clayton Kershaw, 2021. Bo Jackson. Sorry, Mr. Jackson. Ooh. Saving the fat one, I forgot. Bo, again, one of those guys everyone remembers for being super ridiculously awesome playing 2 sports. It's almost surprising that he's not like a 40-40 guy. Of course, he was trying to play football in the fall. It helped that the Royals weren't relevant. Syndergaard, Barry Larkin, University of Michigan, go blue. Bryce Harper, 14-time All-Star. A-Rod, also a documentary on Netflix, which is unbelievably bonkers. Search Alex Rodriguez documentary. It's on Netflix right now for free. I can't remember what it is, but you will be astonished by... That's it. I'm going to leave it there. Guerrero Jr., Nick Madrigal. Oh, man. Nick. So maybe, in my opinion, in my era, the best college baseball team, at least that I know of, was Madrigal playing second. Adley Rushman was the catcher. Outfielder from Minnesota, Trevor Larnach, was in the outfield. And there was one other guy. There's like 4 major league players in that lineup. 2018 or 2017, I can't remember. Kim, Solano, Randy Johnson, Maeda, Starling Marte, Keibert Ruiz, a Hondo P, Renato Nunez, which is Tim Anderson. I don't know. Oh, it's out of 100. There you go. I hadn't seen the Hundo. I didn't know that was a thing. There's a lot of those cool ones. I think there's one that's like toilet paper. I got one of those for it's on eBay. If you go on my eBay store, Alejandro Kirk. Yeah, I got like a toilet paper one for him from 2019, which is pretty fun. So that's a thing you can get. Corbin, Paul Molitor, Mondesi, 60-day DL. Sucks. Yaz for the Giants. Santander, sneaky good. Steve Garvey and Justin Turner, not numbered. Anthony Santander is very under the radar. I think a lot of the guys in the Orioles, once you get up Adley every day, once you get up, like Gunnar Henderson's coming. Unfortunately, Keston Herstad hurt again. Like, there's so many good players coming up for the Orioles. I think that they're going to have a run. Didi, Jeff McNeil, Mark Meguiar, Juan Soto. Who's this? Another Kess Daddy. We got Tim Anderson. We got a shiny, super shiny, $9.99 Ronald Acuna Jr. It's the highlights for Atlanta. Youngest to hit postseason leadoff home run. That seems oddly specific, but that's what baseball does. Another Juan Soto Diamond Kings refractor. Good pack for the old Diamond Kings there and Juan Soto. So, pretty sure I called it here. It's pretty easy to tell. It's a fat pack. And we're going to get a memorabilia card here. Sorry, I was just trying to look over to try to spot, to see a couple comments. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything you guys are yakking about. That's a fat one. Okay, let's see where it is. Fun stuff. We'll get on with 2022 here in a second. John Means, another guy that's down for the count this year, who threw a no-hitter last year. No-hitter? Did he throw a perfect game? No, he threw a no-hitter, I think. Mudo. Sammy Sosa. Oh, Sammy, what did you do? Dominic Smith, Joey Bart, the Giants. He's going to be real good. Scherzer, love-hate relationship, mostly hate. And Dansby Swanson. Miguel Rojas for Miami. Let's check out Dansby's swatch. Okay. Got a swatch for Dansby. Not a bad card. All right, that does it for the first box. Let's get on to the second one here. So I've opened some. That was fun. We got 2 unleashed. 2? We got maybe 3. And I've opened some of the 2022 and I haven't got any of that, so that was cool. Could away from yourself, kids. I like the unleashed a lot. It's really cool. And again, I haven't opened as much of the 2022 as I did 2021, but I just love that there's a lot of personality in these cards. A lot of like the parallels, like I said, like got the Hundo one, the Unleashed. We got, like I said, I got a toilet paper one from last year. Got the masks, for like COVID, which is like a little too soon. It's like too soon, Donruss. I don't know if we're ready to make fun of that yet. Maybe now. Last year, I don't know. I don't care personally. But some people do. And I am scared of those people. It's funny, if you Google, look up Nanneroo the podcast. I think I still have like 90 podcasts still live. That was our thing for about 5-6 years. I took down a lot of them. They're a little more, free back in the day. I was cussing a lot more. I've done a lot better job at keeping my mouth clean. Shout out to the kids out there. The internet stretches far. You never know what kind of nonsense that comes out of your mouth that will come back to bite you someday. Luckily for me, I'm an entrepreneur. So I guess the moral of the story is be an entrepreneur, and then you need to be less worried about the dumb stuff you say. But I'm still terrified. So I took it down. I probably have 200 or at least 150 podcasts, and I've taken down about 50 of them. So here we go, 2022. Seaver, Hangier, Clayton, he's so nasty. He's under the radar. McCullers, Christian Yelich, throwback. AJ Alexi, we got a red, but it's 149. Let's see, get a better look here. Ely De La Cruz for Cincinnati. Cool card. Got the blue refractor in the back. That's Blake Snell. Ely De La Cruz for Cincinnati. That's cool. These cards are nice. Look at. Someone said, and I think I said it out loud in the last time I was live here. I was like, oh, well, of course Panini has, like better cards. Like they're not paying MLB license, and it's actually not a bad point. Like you think about whatever that dollar amount is, if they're investing any of that savings into the cool type of parallels, Morton, Happ, Rogers, Wainwright, Diamond Kings, Hangier, another one out of 50. That's the United States out of 50. Tyler Stevenson. So in 2022, he's not a rookie. So out of 50 for Acuna. There's no, interesting, there's no call it? Enye? Just Acuna. Acuna Matata. That's my, embarrassed to admit it, that's my fantasy team's name. And like our regulars at Books and Brews they were the Acuna Matatas, which is probably not very, it's not a real original name. I just Googled funny fantasy names. And that was one of them. Like, that's pretty funny. I'm going to take that. I'm in third place. Not that great. We're doing it, though. Ready for a big comeback here. Kershaw, Stroman, DeGrom, Stan Musial, Lance Lynn at the hip turn. Sorry, Lance. Vidal Brujan, Rod Carew is a Stars and Stripes, and the blue refractor is a Jake Berger. So a lot like the bigger ones, and of course like the autos. I'm doing like the live sleeving and top loading. But like if you've broken with us before, I'm sure you're not worried about it. But like I'll after this is over, just because I like to do it a little faster, I'm gonna sleeve everything, like almost everything. Like if it's not just base, it's probably gonna come in a sleeve. Walsh, Hernandez, Stevenson, Mike Piazza. During the day, one of my friends said he can't throw out the trash. Mondo. Okay, take it easy, Jason. Fram Hill Reyes out of 2022. And Cedric Mullins, the blue refractor. When I was at a baseball camp, because that was right when I was in college, and someone making fun of him, I kept thinking, like, this is a dude who's in the big leagues, who's going to be a Hall of Famer, and we're here making fun of his defense. Who cares about his... Who cares? He's going to give up 2 stolen bases and then hit a 3-run homer. Justin Turner, Rendon, Byron Buxton, Merrill Kelly, Tyler Glasnow, Matt Manning. Oh, Lars Newbar. That's got to be an auto because it's upside down and backwards. Mike Piazza, because I willed that to happen. Newt Bar. The Cardinals tonight are having a night. So that is the first auto. So we got 1 auto and 1 memorabilia, supposedly, left here in box number 2. It is, what time we got? 10:32, so this is taking a little bit longer than I thought, because there's a lot, 48 packs to open. So let's rip. Let's get it going. Barrios, Bogarts, Zimmerman, Mancini, Hoffman, Jose Ramirez. Oh, what do we got here? DeScalfini, 2022, Pete Alonso. That one deeked me because it was like a funny color. I thought that was going to be something a little higher. But out of 2022. Tatis Jr., Jordan McCovey, Adam Frazier just picked him up. Trevor Story, Randy Rosarina, got another 2022. It is Jose Barrios. Yeah, it's a whole different color. Mancini. Okay. Some of those 2022s deeked me last time, too, because they were almost like sun faded, and those last 2 almost seemed like completely different. Maybe there's multiple 2022 parallels. Acuna Jr., Carew, Brooks Robinson, Miggy, the Terminator, Colton Welker, Raider rookie. Got Stars and Stripes throwback. I don't think I've seen that one before. And Edward Cabrera. Okay, not numbered. It's just a throwback, a retro. So even though there's so many parallels, like I kind of dig it. Like I feel like there's a lot of people that get a very unique. And if you're like a master builder, you got a lot of work to do to get these sets together. Robbie Ray, Ty France, killing it. Frank Thomas, Corbin Burns, Bryce Harper. Another Corbin Burns. Good pack for the Brewers. Clayton Kershaw on the DL, 2022. Max Scherzer and it says New York. I think that's a Dodgers uniform, but it says New York on it, so it goes to the Mets. That one feels fat, so I think we'll save that. That one looks definitely way bigger than the others. While we're ripping, if you want to go into the comments, I have a lot of wax prices. If you look ahead here, any of this stuff, like it's all in the comments, but I'll make deals on anything you ever see here. If you're watching above, I got a lot of Dragon Ball, Magic, Contenders. I have a lot of F1 that I'm kind of like probably going to sit on for the kids' college fund, but maybe I'd sell it. I don't know. Zach Gallen, Bueller, Chisholm, Ozzy Elbis, Jesus Sanchez, Baby Ruth in the Boston uniform, the Upside Down, Pudge Rodriguez, in Texas, should have been a Tiger uniform, that makes me sad, and Waltham, Kyle Schwarber. I don't know why he's called Waltham, but I do dig the, you know, I'm a man of nicknames. I like nicknames. In fact, I find it very hard for people who are formal, and I apologize if this is you. So if your name is like a Philip, I find it very hard to say Philip and not Phil. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's the baseball history. Ozzy, Jose, Mountcastle, Jimenez, Randy Johnson. I think there's something shiny. Ross, Kinnear. Ooh. Oh. I think this is one of them Marvel guys here. I'm going to take a sip. I don't know for sure. I think this is a case hit. So hopefully this leads you to trusting me. Like, I'm not selling. I'm not like hunting boxes. But I think the Marvel guys are a case hit. But this is definitely one of those Marvel or comic booky type. It says 507 out of 999. That looks blue. That almost looks like it's Tampa Bay. Is it Wander? Oh, Francisco Lindor. Still pretty good. Marvel. That's the card. Akil Baddoo. Oh, it's for Detroit. That's pretty sick. And it's a little soft on the edges here. That bottom left edge is soft. But that's a pretty dope card. And I guess it must not be a case hit. It must be more common than I think, just because it's numbered on 999. But there you go, Mets. That's a cool one. I like that a lot. I like that card a lot. In fact, now I feel like I want to, after this stream's over, I'm going to go online and see what's available, because if there's any Tigers, I don't know if there's a Miggy Marvel, but if there is, I want it. As a Tigers fan, because that's a nice looking card. That's really cool. I dig it a lot. I don't know if they're all numbered. I just figured it was like a downtown thing where they're not numbered, but they're like a short print. Oh, we got something funny coming up here too. Garcia, Kyle Lewis, Paul Goldschmidt, Corey Seager, Pete Alonso, and it's a Statue of Liberty, Josh Bell. And what is this? Bomb Squad. See, this is why, like, I don't know, people get down on, like, all the different kinds of inserts and parallels, but it gives you so much more shot. I tell you, Bomb Squad, I haven't gotten one of these before. I haven't gotten one of the Marvels before, so this is a pretty fun box. Bomb Squad. That's a pretty dope card, too. Man, I tell you, I'm a little sad. Hopefully, hopefully... what do you call it? Fanatics does it right, and they start back up with, when Panini can't do baseball cards anymore, because some of these are pretty cool. Like, hopefully, maybe they can get some of the licensing for some of the brands like Kaboom and stuff like that. That would be cool. Colton Wong, Enrique Hernandez, Perez, Logan Gilbert under the radar. Awesome. Will Smith, Brian De La Cruz. That's a 2022 O'Neal Cruz. There you go for Pirates. Took me a while. I got you one. O'Neal Cruz with the Pirates and Merrill Kelly. O'Neal Cruz here in town, Indianapolis. Seen him play a lot. He's the real deal. I'm not exactly sure why he's not in Pittsburgh. but the guy's ceiling is super high. He's the kind of guy, like, you just want to give him 500 at-bats. He's going to get his hits, his homers. India, Bregman. He's going to get a lot of strikeouts and stuff, too. But, I mean, like, the law of averages. Urias, Machado, Verdugo, Nando, which I didn't know that was a nickname. Brady Singer, Stars and Stripes, throwback. And Mueller, Kyle Mueller. All right, we're working our way down the last few packs here. We've had some really cool hits. We've had one, so we got one more auto. Should have one more auto, and then we have the memorabilia. And I'm pretty sure that one on the left is memorabilia, because it's definitely way fatter than every other pack. Votto, Stanton, Tyler O'Neill, Brady Singer, Andre Jackson, got a numbered out of 2022 Kyle Tucker, and Luis Robert. Robert. I still don't know for sure which one it is. So every time I see it, I say both. The Bomb Squad. I like it. $9.99. That one's number 2. I don't know if I said that or not, but there's a number on the bottom of that. For the Phillies. Lindor, same thing. On maybe they all are. I don't know. It's super sweet. Simeon. Max Fried, Tim Anderson, Casey Mize, Ivan Rodriguez, Diamond Kings Devers, Shane Baz, Tyler Glasnow. Glasnow is in a Tampa Bay uniform. Some of that confuses me. Like, I get the timing's weird and people get traded a lot, but some of these guys, it seems like Glasnow was I don't know. Was he? Well, maybe I'm getting mixed up. Maybe he wasn't. Some guys I feel like have been on new teams for way longer than to be on old teams in the Cards. Crawford, Real Muto, Contreras, Alex Manoah, Brandon Lowe, Kettle Marte, shiny Lucas Giolito. He's got the short arm, throws the change up. I like it. 500. And another Luis Robert. Nice pack for the White Sox. So many stars. We're out to one more games. Tim Anderson, Robert, Jimenez, and then that's the problem. They're on the DL. Liam Hendricks in the back end of the bullpen. Kenley Jansen, Yastrzemski, Malley, Ian Anderson, Luis Castillo, Tyler O'Neill, got Syndergaard out of 2022, and Stan Musial is our blue one in the back end there. All right, working down to it. Please check out the prices. Please look me up on Whatnot. I was on Whatnot for 4 hours last Friday selling Dragon Ball cards. Bieber, Bassett, Liam Hendricks, Javi Baez, Jared Kelnick, and AAA now. Matt Brash, Stars and Stripes is an AJ Alexa. Last card of the pack is Hosea Gray. Another guy who is battling it out as a new-ish major leaguer. He's going to be good. He's the kind of guy that, he gets a few more, like, good starters around him that can be a change-up off of him. He'll be even better. Right now, their staff is a little short. Yu Darvish, Guerrero Jr., Bo Bichette, Kyle Tucker, Brian Reynolds, Shohei Ohtani, Red, Jacob Stallings out of 2022, Tarek Skubal, who, again, the hip turn. Stop taking pictures of these guys in the hip turn. It makes them look like they're fat. I don't think they are. I don't think Skubal's fat, but it looks like it in those pictures. You gotta get him at, like, the balance. Like, I get it looks like action, but, like, take a photo at the balance point. Take a photo at the follow-through, not the hip turn. Exposing their gut. It looks just really unflattering. John Means, Candelario, Kyle Schwarber, Cody Bellinger, Josh Hader, Doval, here we go, Luis Frias, and Lance Lynn's reflector. That's a half-ass auto, Luis. Kids, if you're scoring at home and anyone ever asks you for your autograph, number one, you should be thrilled and not annoyed that anyone cares to get your autograph. Number two, you should do your best efforts at that. And you know what? Look, it's really hard to convince someone of that, but that is not it. That is not a best effort auto. And fortunately, like ripping baseball more than sorry, Luis, if you're watching, I'm sure you're tuning in. We get lots of Arizona Diamondbacks players tuning in. That sucks. It's not good. George Brett, Joe Morgan, Navarez. Don't know who that is. Nola, Willie Stargell, who I do know who that is because awesome. Look at them pinstripes. Bryce Harper. Ooh, a red numbered Diamond Kings out of 2022. Mike Trout. That's a dope card. And another Jordan Alvarez. It's been a nice night for the Astros with the Jordans. The good thing is that in baseball, the autos are like infinitely better than basketball. You know, personal opinion. So, who cares what I think? But what I think is, if you do care, the baseball autos are far and away usually better than basketball and football. Judge, Blackman, Austin Riley. There's a real shiny thing coming. Olsen, Lou Brock, Reed Detmers. Nice one. And it looks like for Oakland, we're going to get a Dominators out of 349. It's Matt Olson. Obviously not with Oakland anymore, but a Trey Turner on the Dodgers. The Dominators. All right, so here's your memorabilia of the night. Thanks for tuning in. So we're going to do a large string of Bowman. I have a Bowman break Tuesday, a Bowman break live on Whatnot. So the Bowman break on Tuesday is Pick Your Team on eBay like usual. On Friday, I'm going live on Whatnot all morning or whenever you tune in, like Eastern Time, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.-ish. That every 5 people that join, so like if we have 5 and then 10 and then 15, I'm going to give away stuff, cards or boxes or packs. And then every 10 auctions I do, I'm going to give away cards and packs and boxes. And then we're going to do random teams on Whatnot, but again, Bowman on Friday. But I'm doing Bowman Tuesday, Bowman Thursday, Bowman Live morning Friday, Bowman again Sunday, and then next week, I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to try to do whenever we have the releases where you don't get a lot of cards. Like I don't like breaking those because like not, you know, I don't like sending like one card, you know, off to a break. It doesn't feel good to me. In fact, if I do that sometimes, if you've had a break with us before, sometimes I go into the PC and like send you something, at least something, but I don't like it. But follow, you know, all the things, subscribe and stuff, and you know, have more fun with Bowman in the next week or so. I've been nerding out on all of the draft picks, so I know a little bit about like the guys who are the Bowman first and stuff like that. It'll be fun. Cole, Yon, Josh Bell, Max Muncy, contemplating life. Spencer Strider, and our last hit of the night is Aaron Judge. I was already talking about him. Aaron Judge and Trevor Hoffman. Let's see. Judge is the swatch. Look at that. Not bad. It is what it is. It's probably worth a few bucks anyway. So, shout out Yankees. Lots of cards to send out. We'll pack them up. We'll ship them out. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for following. Thanks for being in the Facebook group. And lots of Bowman to come up. Lots of I reduced a ton of cards in the eBay store this week. So if you're looking for like prospect autos, especially because in the recent past ripped a lot of Leaf, like, you know, Flash, Pro Set, stuff like that. So there's a lot of like inexpensive autos for a lot of prospects. You know, a lot of them that are like under $20. They're all numbered. Like all of them that come out of stuff like this, Pro Set and Flash, they're like almost all numbered. So it's fun, even though I know it's not licensed. So check out the breaks, check out the autos, check out the eBay listings, Mercari, Facebook Market. I sell on my personal Facebook because I can't figure out the business Facebook. So thanks again for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate it. We'll see you now 2 days from now, Tuesday, ripping some Bowman. And see you then. Cheers.